Guys, this is the video I promised you on Instagram. This is how to set up your Yamaha APX4A with a humbucker to play bachata. Now, I know I mentioned this would be a video how to set up this acoustic electric guitar by mounting the humbucker and how to wire it to the preamp of the guitar. But before I start that, I want to give you guys some advice. Some advice I wish somebody would have gave me when I started out playing bachata, and was searching for what could give me that authentic sound that most bachateros and bachata guitarists use nowadays. As you can see here, I have three guitars here. This is an Oscar Schmidt OE30 Delta King that I got from Guitar Center for about $170. This is a Squier Stratocaster. This is my first guitar. This is a very cheap guitar, about $150 for this one. And this is my Yamaha APX4A, which I got recently. I got this for about $250. Now, the reason I'm showing you these three guitars is because I just want to let you know that no matter what you play, what type of guitar you play, you can still get a great sound out of them to play bachata. All right, you don't need a Yamaha APX to play bachata. You don't need a mount to a humbucker to play bachata. That's just a preference. All that is just a preference, and people who like to follow the traditional way. I play bachata with all three of these guitars, and I love the sound of all three of them for bachata. And it's not only about the tone of the guitar, it's also about what type of pedal you're using. You know, because bachata is played with a chorus effect, delay effect, reverb. You know, there's a few effects you use to play this genre of music, and the way you get those effects is through effects pedals. So I just wanted to mention that to you before you go out and buy a Yamaha APX4A. I have two multi-processor pedals and two regular foot pedals that I want to show you that are very inexpensive, that I bought for under $200. So the first one here is it's a Boss GT1. This is a new pedal that was just released. It uses a computer from the Boss GT100. As you can see, it's a very small pedal. I use this to gig and to practice. It's very light. You can fit it into any bag, or even just carry it as is. I got this pedal for used from Guitar Center for about $124, but you could get it new from Guitar Center for $199 plus tax, which is about, you're saving about $100 buying this than buying a $300 multi-effects processor pedal. That's very heavy, very bulky, and gonna be a pain in the ass to carry around. This is a very simple pedal to use, and it sounds great for bachata. I use it very often. The next one is, this is an old school pedal. If you're watching this video, you probably already know about the Ibanez PT4. That's what all the bachateros back in the day used to use. You may also know that those pedals are discontinued, so they're very hard to find off the internet or anywhere really. And not only are they discontinued, if you find them, they're very expensive. People charge a lot people charge a lot for them. I've seen them range from anywhere to $200 to $300 and in between. So you could either get the Ibanez PT4 or you get this one. This is an Ibanez PT3DX. You can find this pedal off the internet for about $120. I got mine for $120, and this is a great pedal. Great to use for bachata. It's very similar to the PT4. It sounds great. You could save your own patches and preferences to it. Very simple to use. Not too much going on. Very, very cheap. These are my foot pedals I have also used. Both of these pedals cost under $30. I got this Dan Electro Fab Chorus pedal for about $15. I got this Fab Dan Electro delay pedal for about $20. Believe it or not, you may say to yourself, "Oh, these are cheap pedals. They wouldn't be good for bachata." Let me tell you, this chorus is great for it. I use it. It's very lush. Um, if I want to play in the train, busking, and I'll take this and my rolling microcube, and this as well. These are great pedals for the amount of money you pay. They're battery. You could put batteries inside of them, or you could plug in an adapter, a power adapter, to use them as well. So they're great. They're for on the go jams, rehearsal, practicing at home, or busking. I use them both. I use all three of these pedals. They're great. I would recommend each and every one of them to you. So that's a big part of where to get your sound from bachata. Like I said, you don't need to get a Yamaha APX to play bachata. There's a lot of different options that you could explore to find what you want your sound to be. Okay, so let's cut away from here with that piece of advice, and so I can show you the process of how I mounted my pickup onto my acoustic electric. All right, so you bought your Yamaha APX, and you bought the pickup of your choice. The traditional one is a Gibson 57 Classic humbucker pickup. So you have your guitar, you have your pickup. Next, what you need is a Phillips head screwdriver, so you can unscrew your preamp from the guitar, and you need a light duty soldering iron. And another item that you need that I don't have here because I ran out of it is solder. You need electrical solder with a rosin core. That's what you need to do this electrical job, to solder your humbucker to the same line that the piezo pickup was on, so you can plug it straight into the preamp. Don't get plumbing solder, don't get anything else, get electrical solder. You get the soldering gun for about $20, and you get the electrical solder for about $10 from Home Depot. So those are cheap items you can get to do this job. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the strings off your guitar and take the piezo pickup out of the guitar. The piezo pickup is under this piece. Take this piece out. Slides right out. And the piezo pickup will be under here in this slot. What you're gonna do, mine isn't there because I took it out already. But what you're gonna do is the piezo pickup's gonna come out like this. When it slides out, you're gonna see the wire. Cut the wire, which is this one. Cut it with enough slack so you can have enough slack to do a soldering job. Just in case you mess up, you may have to resolder it. Oh, before you go soldering this pickup to the plug, just want to let you know once more, I'm not a guitar technician. I'm not a luthier. I'm just a guy who likes to play bachata, and I'm trying to do this myself because the first time I did some other guitar, had to pay like $300 to get it done, to get the electrical work done and get a setup done for the guitar and have a mount put in. But I'm doing this so I can show you guys that you could do it yourself. You just need confidence and patience. Also, a lot of people would say, "Oh, why are you doing this to your guitar? Why did you do it this way or that way?" This is my first time doing this, and I was successful. This is my first time doing it and being successful, because I tried it before and I wasn't as successful because I didn't have much experience soldering. So I just kept practicing and practicing. I'm not like, well, I'm going to show you my connection isn't perfect. My soldering joint isn't perfect, but it worked. Also, before you go chopping up your guitar, just keep in consideration what I said in the beginning of the video. You don't need a Yamaha APX mounted with a 57 Gibson Classic to play bachata. Okay, this is just about preference. This is just a traditional way people used to do it back in the day. I guarantee you can still get the same sound, or maybe even something better or different if you use another guitar of your choice. Okay, so I just want to let you know that before we go through with this. So let's continue. So you cut the wire to the piezo, took the piezo out, and now it's time to do the soldering job. So what you're gonna do is disconnect the piezo line from your preamp. Okay, and what you do is you're gonna get some wire strippers, and inside this insulation of the piezo line, there's gonna be two wires. One of them is this one, the outer wire, which is gonna be the first wire you see when you strip the first piece of insulation, which is gray, is the ground wire. The second wire you're gonna see is underneath another piece of insulation, which is this white insulation right here. This is the lead wire. So the wiring is very, very simple. Okay, there's no rocket science to it. What you're gonna do is this: your 57 Gibson Classic should come with this outer sleeve. This outer sleeve is a ground sleeve, and then underneath the sleeve, when you peel it back, let me show you with this pickup. See, this is the sleeve. When you peel this sleeve back, this sleeve peels back, and underneath the sleeve is the lead wire. So no cutting needs to be done. So pretty much what you're gonna do, once you peel the sleeve back and find your lead wire to your pickup, is that you're gonna solder the two. You're gonna solder the lead wire from the Gibson to the lead wire of the piezo line, and then you're gonna solder the ground wire to the ground sleeve of the pickup. It's that simple. Now, see this connection? This isn't the perfect connection. This isn't a good soldering job, But if you don't have much experience, you just need to keep practicing at it. Keep going, keep practicing. If you're not comfortable with doing it, the 57 Classic pickup, because you're gonna be spending some money on it, about $100. You buy a $20 Epiphone pickup online and you practice with that, and you'll still get a great sound out of it. See, I connected my ground to the ground sleeve. I connected my two leads as best I could, and now when you have a good connection, what you're gonna do is plug this back into your preamp, tap the pickup with your screwdriver, and you should get feedback if your connection is good. Most of the time, if you just get a buzzing and no feedback at all, it's because you gotta resolder your ground connection. That's mostly the reason That's because you don't have a good ground connection. So that's all there is to it. There's no rocket science to it. As for the mount, this is very, very old school. There's no science to the mount at all. First of all, when you're making a mount to this guitar isn't really meant to have a pickup inside of it. So you gotta improvise, alright? This is not a professional mount at all. I don't even know what a professional mount would look like. I've seen different types of mounts for this type of application, and I don't think you can really call it professional, because acoustic guitar was never intended to have a humbucker inside of it. But they did it anyway, and it ended up sounding great. So what I did, first you want to take some measurements of the depth of your sound hole, because you don't want your pickup touching your strings once you mount it. So what I did was I took these two pieces of wood and I shaved them down to size, drilled two holes, and a hole in this one and a hole in this one for the pickup to go in. Drilled the holes the same size as the pickup screws, and then I just screwed my humbucker onto these two pieces of wood. I have not noticed a difference in the way the guitar sounds acoustically when it's not plugged in. When I play it, still sounds the same as before, even without the mount inside of it. Still sounds great. So I just want to let you know that some people may say that it won't sound the same or it won't sound as good. Mine still sounds the same. Still sounds good. Um, this is something you just have to improvise with. You can usually find the pieces of wood. You go to Home Depot, you get the measurements of your guitar, and have a small piece of wood cut down the size. Two pieces of wood cut down the size. Um, with this mount, I cannot adjust the height of this pickup, so I have to get it right the first time. Okay, you can make a mount with the pickup with a pickup ring, so you're able to adjust the height of the pickup. Keep in mind when you're doing measurements, you want the pickup to be level with the sound hole. Okay, you don't want it too close to the strings, you may get some feedback. So I just want to let you know that. Alright, so that's all there is to it. It's not rocket science. You could do it at home, and you don't have to go to someone who's gonna charge you $300 to do it. It takes some time, but with patience and confidence, I guarantee you'll be able to get the job done yourself. Okay. Also, keep in mind, since you're putting an electric guitar pickup inside an acoustic electric, do not use bronze strings. They will not respond. The pickup will not respond to the strings. You need to mount electric guitar strings to your guitar. Um, just something to keep in mind. A lot of people forget about that. It's a common mistake. So just remember that as well. That's all I have to say. If you want to see how this guitar sounds, you can follow me on Instagram at Rubito Requinto, which is RUBITOREQUINTO, Rubito Requinto at Instagram.com. And you can listen to a few videos of how this guitar sounds and how my other guitars sound as well. So you can see what I was talking about earlier in this video, how you get a great sound out of any guitar of your choosing for bachata. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day.